Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Abby, and I warmly welcome you to the Northern Caribbean island of Anguilla. This week, we're continuing risky decisions, and hopefully, it all pays off. Hopefully, I see the better end of the stick at the end of all of this. Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. Today is October the 10th, Friday, October the 10th, and I'm happy to report we did not have terrible weather. We did not have bad weather at all. It seems as though Jerry took a turn, and we are happy for that. Yay for us. Now, this morning I decided to come out. Morning, baby. Decided to come out to check these pumpkins for worms, and there are some here, guys. Some worms, new hatched worms. As I said, because I took a while to cover these pumpkins, there's going to be different stages of eggs on these plants, and I'm going to have to do these. Like I said, I expected that I would have to do it at least for a week. It's looking as though it will be past a week, but that's okay. That is quite all right. Once they're no more after a while, and this is not my life forever, forever and ever, amen. So we're going to pick off these worms manually, even though it is a daunting task. I am going to put up with it for now, guys. Now, according to the planting calendar, today is a no planting day. So I lost, guys, I lost yesterday because I was so busy with preparation. I lost yesterday to planting. I didn't do any planting, and I'm bummed about that. But you know what? Life goes on. The positive is that we did not get any negative effects of Jerry, and the 10th and the 11th are no planting days, no good for planting. So I am doing a bit of reading and adjustments here and there. Oh, the sun is popping out a little. Thank you, Father. Thank you for the sun. The plants will love that little bit of warmth, a little bit of light for photosynthesizing. I'm just doing a rough reading here by the pumpkin patch, because as the pumpkin patch becomes established, they will smother out the weeds naturally. So I'm not letting the weeds get a stronghold. So I'm just pulling out these little ones here. I don't want them to get too big. I just disturbed this basil plant here. This is a Tulsi basil plant. It's quite beautiful. It is said that it helps deter the moth from coming by. So I have a bunch of basil plants. So my plan is to surround this pumpkin patch with basil, because after a while, you know, pumpkin gets big. So I'm hoping that I could put um, basil plants in between the pumpkin to help, you know, deter the moth from laying her eggs on the majority of the pumpkin patch. That's the plan. Guys, I had to put down this netting. This is actually a mosquito net for a door to put in a doorway. We bought it, but the quality is quite lackluster. It's nonsense. So I put this net in here to stop the crab, the soldier crab, from chopping up my beans. The mom said that they come and they chop the beans up. My goodness, what's happening here? Just ants? Okay, yeah, so the beans here have come up really good. And so I'm going to try and build. Oh no, something took the top of this one. Completely gone. Oh man. So I'm definitely gonna have to protect these. I'm gonna try sowing some more beans in the middle here. But I'm going to try and build a trellis system that is flat because beans don't get very tall. So I'm just gonna put 4 legs and I'm gonna put two posts, and I'll try and find a netting to cover it with. Don't know if I have a netting, but we'll try and see if we can find one. You know, something I've realized while tying up this thing, I'm thinking about it. Sometimes we tend to bash how people do things in other parts of the world. Oh, you're doing it wrong. No, you're not supposed to do it so. But more and more I'm realizing that each part of the world, even though you're in the same hemisphere, each country faces something different. So there really isn't no rigid right or wrong way to do something when it comes to gardening. You have to figure out what works best in your area. So like right now, I'm dealing with turtles, soldier crabs. Have you ever dealt with turtles and soldier crabs in your garden? If you have, please give me some tips down in the comment section down below. I will greatly appreciate that. Have you ever dealt with finches eating your fruits green? How do you protect your fruits? Because they're still eating it even though it's far from ripe. So all that to say, just enjoy the process, guys. Get in your garden, whether it's in a container, in ground, and figure out what works best in your area. As you well know, I was battling a mite infestation, spider mite infestation, and thrip infestation in my garden in Trinidad, and it was really challenging. So some countries have a major pest that's not on the radar for some other islands. Like for instance, turtles is not a pest. In Trinidad is not a big issue. Well, where I was, it wasn't a big issue. But it is here. How do they deal with it? You can't go outside and kill them all. You just have to find a way to barricade those certain creatures off of your crops, and that takes, in this instance, netting. Some places deal with the caterpillars. Some people decide to spray soapy water. Some decide to use netting. No matter what it is, just figure out what works best for you in your space. There really isn't a rigid right or wrong way when it comes to gardening. Of course, all that fancy talk I just gave, of course, you gotta take that with a pinch of salt. You really do have to take it with a pinch of salt. For instance, I just sowed some carrots. Now, it is said that you need to water it every day. Now, if I don't water it every day, I will not get germination. So, of course, you gotta be able to know, you know, what to be rigid with and what not to be rigid with. Of course, when you want your seeds to germinate, you will be rigid in that area and water your seeds, water them in. Gotta start this over. Just water your seeds in, guys. Life is already hard as it is. Don't get worked up. Let the garden be the sanctuary. Let the garden be that stress reliever. Don't stress. Just go with the flow. Go with the flow, guys. It got windy later on in the day, and my corns were blown to one side. The place was in an upheaval. So I took a moment, went inside, refreshed, and came back out a little later. And I broke another rule. I planted out on the 10th of October. I planted out the remaining of the leafy greens I had. I had mustard greens. I even planted out some beets, guys, because the weather was so cool, so nice. The soil was moist, and that is not an easy thing to come by in Anguilla. So that's why I said what I said earlier. Sometimes you just have to pick sense out of nonsense, I guess, sometimes, and go with what you know is happening around you. To the best of your ability, you plant at the right time and hope for the best. See if we get a little squeeze from it. Still a bit full. Let me give this another day or two. It is the 11th of October, guys, and I didn't do much today this morning. I just came out and did some, cleaning up on the outside. As you know, when you're gardening, things get thrown here, there, and everywhere, and I like neat spaces. So I got up this morning and I tidied back up what I could when I could. And now we're back out in the garden, and I'm just going to give the plants a little eye, throw a little eye on them, see how they're going. Yesterday, the 10th of October, I broke the rules. I made another risky decision. This week has been a week of risky decisions. I planted on a date marked on the calendar to saying poor days for planting. I planted, and here's why I planted. Anguilla is a very dry place. We do not get rains like this regularly, and the soil is moist and subtle. It's beautiful. So I'm thinking that the transplants, the little seedlings, would do a lot better with the overcast. Right now it's overcasted. There's no harsh sun beating down on them. So I said, you know what, I'm going to risk it, and I'm going to plant out my greens. Yesterday I planted out the mustard greens as well as the beetroot. Tomorrow is a root crop planting day, but I said I want to plant it while we still have moist soil and overcast, to give that plant some time to bounce back. Right now they're looking good, and they're looking good, guys. Look at these guys. They are standing up. They look so green and beautiful in there. These are the mustard greens, and I don't feel like raising up the netting on this side. Down here is the beetroot, and for the most part they are all looking okay too. They're looking okay. My goodness, I've been out here less than 1 minute. I'm being chewed up already. I need a break from this. I need a break from all the chewing of the mosquitoes. I really do. Let me show you quickly the pak choi. I kid you not, these pak choys have doubled in size in the last 2 days. Look at them. They look gorgeous. Gorgeous, so good. And this whole side is pak choys. And last night, again, I broke the rules. I just popped these lettuces in here amongst the pak choys. I'm seeing the weeds starting to pop up. That's okay. I'll come in and do my weeding. There's quite a bit of weeds coming up in there, I guess, from the rabbit manure. Everybody wants a piece of that pie. The mosquitoes, guys. And I have no repellent on. I have no long sleeve on, and I have on a tights, y'all. Look at it. I need to get out of this. Chewing me up. So there's one more thing that I need to check quickly, and that's the carrots. It's about what, 3 days, 2-3 days since I planted them. Let's just give them an eye and see if any insects are under there having a feast on our carrot seeds. So let me just rest this there, and let's have a quickie. Let's have a quick look. Oh boy. A bunch of roly-polies, guys. A bunch of roly-polies. A millipede. Oh man, I don't know if we will get germination. Pray for me, guys. Pray that we get germination. But there are a bunch of roly-polies, ants. Okay. Well, we'll wait till next week. Next week, Monday, should be the mark of 7 days. Oh my God, my skin is on fire, guys. Just checking to see if they have any guavas out here. No guavas today. You guys have to see this beautiful sight. It is This is a Caribbean tulip. You know, we try to grow things here. You know, we would love to grow tulips in the Caribbean, but let me show you a local tulip, guys. Look at our local tulips. Tell me that's not gorgeous. It may not be the big ones that we see on the television, but Lord, if you just have the right perspective, oh, isn't that not gorgeous? I'm definitely posing for a thumbnail here. Look how beautiful these things look. So wonderful. Well, I brought you here to show you that my slips are growing. My slips are growing. I'm seeing the leaf miner fly here. Leaf miner fly on that. But they're all growing. Thank you guys for spending the week with me. I didn't want to make a super long video. Thank you for spending the week with me. Let me give you a better shot then. Let's get this. That's it. Thank you for spending the week with me, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a big thumbs up. Share the video with your friends and family that you think would enjoy the videos. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Hit it right there. Boop. And join me as I try to show how we can grow our own food in the Caribbean by example. All right, thanks once again, and I will see you guys next week. Today is Saturday the 11th. I take a rest on Saturday and Sunday, or I will go crazy. I will garden my life out, but my life is not about gardening alone. So I tell them I take a rest. Rest is important too, guys. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.